Hello students, welcome in our new session. I think you would be fine in these situations of corona. Okay students, let's start our question and answer session. And the question is, in groups of 5, discuss what you would do if you were caught in the following situation. And the situations are, your friend falls in the playground and is hurt. And the second one is, you are trapped in a fire. And the third situation is, you are stuck in a traffic jam. Students, can you tell me what would you do if you are caught in these situations? Okay, you can write your own responses. Here I have given some responses for you to help you. Okay, let's see. First of all, your friend supposed to falls in the playground and is hurt, then I will lift him and give him first aid. You can do this thing. In the second thing, if you are trapped in a fire, then I will call for help. Means you will call for help. Okay, like that. Then look at that third one. You are stuck in a traffic jam. Suppose you are stuck in a traffic jam, then what would you do? I will wait patiently for the jam to be cleared. Like that, we are supposed to be work with this situation. Okay, look at that next question. Let's write question number 1. The words in the clouds describe something for someone in the story. Name them in the blanks provide. Means here look at that, these clouds are adjectives like, and they are used for something in our story. So we have to fill the word here beyond or under the word given. Okay, let's see what are the answers are. Look, wise it used for bird, wise bird. Careless it is used for geese, so careless geese. Thick and strong, this adjective is for creeper, therefore thick and strong creeper. Then foolish it is for hunter, so foolish hunter. And the last one is tall, and it is about tree, so therefore these adjectives are used for following nouns. Okay students, let's see next question. Make sentence of your own with the words given in the clouds. So you have to now use these words in your own sentences. Let's see, I have made a solution for you. Look at that. The first word is wise, and the sentence is, the king was very wise. You can make simple sentences students. Okay, look at that next one, careless, and the sentence is, we should not be careless. Okay, then look at that another one, thick and strong. So the sentence is, the creeper was thick and strong. Look at that next one. The next word is foolish. The foolish can be trapped easily. Look at that next sentence. That is the word is tall, and the sentence is, a tall building was standing in front of the playground. Like this, you can make your own sentences. These sentences are given for your reference only. Okay students, look at that question number 2. Here are some answers about the given picture. Okay, so the picture is of ant. I think you all recognize it very well, and the color of the ant is black. Yes, you are right. And let's see, how can we form the questions regarding these answers given on your textbook. Let's see, the first sentence and question is given for you, the color of the ant is black. Then you will form the question like, what is the color of ant? Okay, this is the kind of WH question students. See, the start of the question is of WH word, and that is what. Okay, look at that second one. The second answer is, it lives on land. So how would you prepare the question for this sentence? It lives on land. Then you can make the question like, where does it live? Okay, look at that third sentence. It has too long antennae. it has too long antennae. Then we would make the question like, how many antennae does it have? How many antennae does it have? Okay, like this. Look at that fourth one. It crawls on the ground. It crawls on the ground. How does it move on the ground is the question for the given answer. How does it move on the ground? Then you will answer like, it crawls on the ground. Okay, look at that next one. It eats sugar. It eats sugar. It is the simple one. How does it eat? How, or what does it eat? What does it eat? Okay, then I think you got that questions easily. Look at that question number 3, students. Fill in the blanks with the prepositions such as to, at, of, on, in, into, with, and one has done for you. Student, can you tell me what is meant by preposition? Okay, I will tell you what is the preposition. Okay, let's see. Preposition. A preposition is a word, usually a short word. Preposition is a word, usually a short word, that sits before a noun to show the noun's relationship with nearby word. Once again, I will repeat. A preposition is a word that sits before a noun. It comes before a noun to show the noun's relationship with nearby word. For example, look at that prepositions highlighted. Okay, students, let's see. So, a boy from our village. Look at that once again. A boy from our village. And what is the preposition? We have seen the example of preposition. That is, look at that once again. Prepositions to, at, of, on, in, into, and with. From also. Okay. So these are the prepositions. So look at that once again. A boy from our village. Here, from is the preposition. Here, the preposition from sits before the noun our village to show the relationship between our village and a boy. Okay, students, once again I will tell you another example. Look at that. A bone for the dog. A bone for the dog. In this example, the preposition for, which is the preposition in the given sentence, a bone for the dog. In this sentence, for is the preposition and it sits before the noun the dog to show the relationship between the dog and a bone. Like that, now we have to fill preposition the sentence given in our textbook. We have to fill the prepositions in a sentence that gives in our textbook. I think you all have got that clear idea about preposition. Preposition is a word which sits before the noun, okay, to show the relationship. So let's see, one is given for you in your textbook and others I have made for you. Let's see. This tree was the home of a flock of wild geese. Okay, so this one is given for you in your textbook. Now we have to fill the blanks. Let's see. He noticed the creeper ... the foot of the tree. So the answer is, he noticed the creeper at the foot of the tree. Okay, you have to look at the meaning of sentence to students while using prepositions. Okay, let's see. Look at that once again. Next sentence, it would be a pity ... destroy it now. And here after that blank there is a verb, and before verb the preposition that comes is a to. Okay, so it would be a pity to destroy it now. Okay, students. Okay, let's move forward. As they flew ... the tree, they were trapped. As they flew into the tree, they were trapped. So into is the preposition used before the noun, the tree. Okay, the boy ran with the dog. Here the dog is a noun, and before the dog we use with as a preposition. Okay, look at that. The frogs jump dot dot the well. The frog jump into the well. Okay, look at that next one. The girl was thrilled dot dot see her new bicycle. So here see is a verb, and before see we use, yes, of course it is to. So the girl was thrilled to see her new bicycle. Okay, the birds were caught dot dot the net. The birds were caught in the net. So in is the preposition. The children walk over the bridge. Here the bridge is a noun, and before, yes, before that we use over. So the children walk over the bridge. Can you write that in here instead of over? No, we are not writing like this. So the children walk over the bridge is the correct answer. Okay, okay students, let's move for the let's look new prepositions here given in the box, and that are around, across, with, along, to, after, next to, into, and from. So these are also prepositions. You have to fill that blanks with this preposition. Let's read the para given here and fill the prepositions given. One day, as I was dot dot the bank of the river, when I was walking along the bank of the river. So here along is the right preposition. Okay, I saw my friend running dot dot the field. Look at that students. I saw my friend running across the field. Okay, look at that once again. He was calling my name and waving to me. Waving means showing. Okay, and he was calling my name and waving to me. I stopped and waited. I stopped and waited. Dot dot sometime he reached where I was standing. After some time he reached where I was standing. Okay, look at that next line. He said, I went all dot dot the town looking for you. He said, I went all around the town looking for you. I have some exciting news to share with you. So with is the preposition. Do you remember the old house next to the neem tree? Here look at that, next to. So next to is also preposition. Do you know, remember? Do you remember the old house next to the neem tree? Okay, like that. Guess who is moving into house? Okay, Janak Das, the great magician. Now we can learn lots of magic tricks from him. So these are the correct prepositions are used here. Okay students, you can also study it well. And now we will move towards the next question. Question number 5. Fill in the blanks given below the question words. You have to put some WH words before the questions given. Look at that. First question is done for you. Where do you live? Where do you live? And now you have to fill that blanks with a proper WH word. Dot dot, do you play? Dot dot, do you play? Then we will make that what do you play? What do you play? Then you will answer like I am playing or I play with my cart. Okay, like that. So do you get up? Dot dot, do you get up? It means when do you get up? Then you would answer like I got up or I get up early in the morning. Dot dot, do you have for breakfast? Dot dot, do you have for breakfast? What do you have for breakfast? Then You would answer like, I have, yes, I have bread and butter. Okay, like that. When do you go to school? And the last one is, look at that. What do you like best in the school game, art or music? Dot dot is your birthday. When is your birthday? Dot dot do you want for your birthday? What do you want for your birthday? Like that, you can make these simple questions. Okay, students. Let's see question number 6. Here, one of the balloon is given. Look at that. One is a big and another one is small. So two balloons are there, and you have to tell who said to whom. Who said to whom? Okay, we will see the questions next. Well, there is no hurry. The creeper is very small. It would be a pity to destroy it now. And the another one is, so this is where the wild geese live. Okay, so let's see first of all first balloon, and what are the questions are. The geese, actually first question is, who said this? Who said this? And it was actually said by the geese to the wise bird. The geese to the old wise bird. And and when it is said, when the old wise bird told them to destroy the newly grown creeper. When they said, when the old wise bird told them to destroy the newly grown creeper. Now look at that second one. So this is where the wild geese live. And the answer is, the hunter said to himself. The hunter said to himself. And when he came to the tree in the forest, when he came to the tree in the forest, he said to himself. Okay, students. Okay, let's see next question. Fun time. Proverbs are short and wise sayings. Now we have to study about proverbs. Proverbs are short and wise sayings. For example, look before you leap. Look before you leap. This means that we should think carefully before we take any action. Here are some popular English proverbs. Read them aloud together and discuss what each could mean. Okay, students, let's see what are the popular proverbs are there. First is, old is gold. I think you all aware of this. Old is gold. As you sow, so shall you reap. Unity is strength. Next, united we stand, divided we fall. United we stand, divided we fall. A friend in need is a friend indeed. Okay, so now what is the meaning of that proverbs that I have given here? Old is gold means what? One who is in my contact from a long time is more reliable, valuable, or worthier than others. Like that. Okay, students. Then, as you sow, so shall you reap. It means you will have to bear the consequences of your actions. Means what your actions, what actions you have done before, you have to bear the consequences. Okay, students. Okay. Unity is strength. Unity is strength. If we are together, we will be strong enough to overcome any problem. Unity is strength. If we are together, all together, we will be strong enough to overcome any problem. This is the meaning. Okay. Then united we stand, divided we fall. If we are together, we win, and if not, we lose. Okay, like that. Look at that important one. A friend in need is a friend indeed. It means a friend who gives you help when you need is your true friend. Look at that once again. A friend who gives you help when you need is your true friend. Okay, students, like that you can use many proverbs during your writings. Look at that question number 2. Look at this proverb, all's well that ends well. Discuss what it means. Can you think of event happening in life where this item can be used? Yes, look at that. It means it used to say that a person can forget about how unpleasant or difficult something was because everything ended in a good way. Look at that, students. If anything happened good at the end of the story or at the end of the event, then you have to forget that unpleasant or difficult things like that. So that means all's well that ends well. Okay, students, look at that. Here another story about a stitch in time saves 9. A stitch in time saves 9. Look at that last one. A small tear or a small tear in or a shirt or a dress can be mended by few stitches, but if you neglect it, if you neglect it and delay the repair, the tear will grow larger and then will require many more stitches, or the tear might even beyond the repair and you may just have to throw away the shirt or dress altogether. So this is the literal meaning of the proverb. This is the literal meaning. Beyond this, the underlying meaning, however, is that our neglect of minor initial defect would cost us a lot of trouble later on. And like that, a small crack in a dam, you know that dam, a small crack in a dam, if not repaired in time, may lead to a large breach and flood the area around. A small crack in a piece of furniture or a ship may result in a major mishap. Like that, any trouble seems harmless in the beginning, then it grows, and finally we have to pay a heavy price in terms of time, energy, money, and suffering. Hence, it is necessary to sort out the trouble early. It is the meaning of a stitch in time saves 9. Okay, student. Like that, you can also expand the themes or proverbs in your own words. Students, here our question and answer session is ending. Thank you for hearing. You should write all the things in your notebook. Okay, students. Thank you.